I am here just to bring you a Scrim. That's right, it's run, and I've got deleted here along with the Autobots. It's not an official league match, but all of the fun. We've got deleted going to be taking up the Radiant side. First pick and ban goes to the Autobots. Gonna start with Keeper of the Light. Remove him right from that pool. We don't want you turtling up anyway. Phantom Lancer banned in response. Interesting, not going to have him, despite already having his little buddy, the Keeper of the Light, banned. Nick's Assassin then banned by Autobots, so I'm not going to try and sneak him through. We'll have to see what Deleted doesn't want to see in this game. Will it be the typical Bat Rider, in which case you'd let through the Magnus, the Darkseer, the Wisp, Lone Druid, Lifestealer? Or are we going to see something different? Maybe try and bait out some of those for themselves. There's two picks on their side. No, they remove Magnus, Bat Rider in the pool, and they go straight for it. Deleted, however, now has two picks. Darkseer still in the pool, but going to go with the Wisp, as I mentioned. Maybe they'll go with the immediate team-up pick as well. We go see the Chaos Knight, maybe a different option with Tiny or Sven. Even a Lifestealer, not too shabby in that role. Ursa, on rare occasion, we can see teamed up as well. Or are they going to delay that option until later picks, either the third or even second ban phase, or second pick phase after the second ban phase? Normally you see it in the first three, just so you don't give the opposing team the opportunity to ban out the option that you actually want, because it's pretty obvious who you, in general, who you want to combine up with that IO. They're taking their time. They saw the wisp. They grabbed it, but not quite sure yet what they want to do going into their bonus time. A minute left there. And with this amount of time taken, I wouldn't be surprised that they... Well, we'll have to see. The obvious pick here would be the Chaos Knight, but clearly it's not so sure on the side Deleted. They may want to delay that. Or they're looking at something completely different. A lot of time being taken. Only 35 seconds left in bonus time. You're going to go Nature's Prophet. So they're going for the Global Gank Squad. We've got the Prophet. We've got the Wisp. Are we going to see Lifestealer? I want to see Lifestealer because that means you could have an instant 3-man. Not only 3, you could have an instant 4-man Gank Squad. If Lifestealer infests the Prophet, or whoever Io's tethered to, you can have Io, his partner, Prophet, and Lifestealer all in the same location all at once. In response, Lone Druid Leshrac out of Autobots. Very common picks all around. Lone Druid, just saw him in a game between Tupac Shaker and EST Bronze. Check that out on the Reddit Dota 2 League subreddit. There are links to game 1 and 2, and you see how that worked out.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually, I'm just going to turn on Dota TV audio since I actually don't have that on. Don't think anybody's watching, but hey, may as well have it there. There we go. Spirit Breaker going completely weird. So yeah, Delete is just going super global gank squad. So I would not be surprised to see a Lifestealer on top of this. Maybe a Tinker. Or someone with global presence such as Zeus or Invoker. Even Clockwork. Ancient Apparition. Hell, Gyrocopter with an Aghanim Scepter. Spirit Breaker, not a common pick whatsoever at the competitive level. But he's not to be underestimated. The highest effective HP at level 1 in the game by quite a margin. Bans are now coming out. Darkseer made it through the first round of picks, but going to be removed. for the second round. That's what Autobots wants to take out. Darkseer removed. Deleted, banning the Juggernaut.
Radiant team back.
Perhaps just wanting to remove a carry that would make it easy to get out of there on their global ganks. No spinning and TPing away for you, Juggernaut. Tiny, banned from the Autobots side. So they are looking at the combinations with the IO. You know, if deleted does pick the Lifestealer, they can in fact have a 5-man global gank squad, if they so choose. Lifestealer infests the Prophet. IO tethers to whatever their other pick would be. Spirit Breaker can just charge across the map, and you've got 5-man everywhere.
10 seconds
Lycanthrope was also banned from deleted. Also not wanting to see that. And it is another escape carry. He's got that ult to just haste away. Very tough to lock down.
reserve time.
Also both push-oriented heroes. Chaos Knight the other ban.
Radiant team back.
Have to see what deleted ends up going for in terms of removing this last hero from the pool. Then we get to our... and we see Tinker. So yeah, entirely push-oriented heroes. Lifestealer taken by the Autobots. So that option is not available to deleted. Now, something I haven't mentioned is Spirit Breaker was taken in the first 3. So, yeah, there's Zeus. I mentioned him. Global presence. What I was about to say is, with Spirit Breaker chosen 3rd, what does that imply about their last 2 picks? That Spirit Breaker, who have never seen picked or banned in a competitive game ever, is chosen 3rd. Who are these last 2 heroes? Zeus is one of them. The Autobots.
10 seconds
Who's going to be the last pick? They're going to want another support. I would say Disruptor would be an excellent choice here. Just, if anyone tries to global gank squad you, disrupt them back.
I am Shadow Shaman.
Goes with Shadow Shaman, though.
Radiant team pick.
We'll have to see how that ends up working out. And now for the final pick from deleted. I don't know. They kind of need... they can run Prophet as a 4 support. IO is their 5 support. Though IO kind of wants... yeah. So if they do that, they can still have another core available. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Slardar? Because we got some craziness, but there's no global presence in him. Ancient Apparition, perhaps?
Reserve time.
Just going, that's too normal. What are you doing? So they just pick Bane as a counterpick to Lifestealer to round it out. So Wisp can tether to Bane. Prophet can TP anywhere. Spirit Breaker can charge. And Zeus can ult. And there's no escape. And we're now into the game. So let's start off with the dire side. First up, the Bat Rider headed mid is We Lost. Taking control of him. On the Leshrac, creative. Not picking up anything just yet. There we go. Shadow Shaman is played by a Dire Situation. And then the Lone Druid, Polar. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. Polar. Polar. He's a pirate druid. Headed up towards the top. And then Lifestealer, played by Trektus. Goes with the Quelling Blade instead of the Stout Shield. Seeing this a lot in this league, and it makes it kind of rough to stat on the... and this is an aggressive tri-lane as well. I can't see the value of the Quelling Blade in an aggressive tri-lane. I mean, sure, you can be in an aggressive position and you can still be getting last hits, but you're falling behind if you're trading evenly in last hits and not getting kills in an aggressive tri-lane. Most often, because they can get some pull off, and that's going to set you back. There's not really any stack pull farm for these supports. No protection here against this aggressive tri-lane. You can plant a ward in the tree to block this camp. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually within range, though. There's another spot a little further up that you can plant a ward that I know does. I'll have to keep an eye on that and let you know if that ends up blocking it. The off lane has been completely abandoned, so the Druid going to get free farm up here. Rotation in with the haste rune on the Leshrac. The napalm stacks as well. 3 on Zeus, but he gets to turn around and get back. Not going to start with a magic stick. A little surprising there. Normally, if you're going to anticipate a Batrider mid, which you could have anticipated given their lineup, you're going to start with that magic wand. Sure, it may set back your bottle a little, but you're going to get worthwhile regen because Batrider just wants to spam that napalm. So we've got Wisp, Spirit Breaker, and Bane down here in the safe lane for the Radiant side, played by Deleted. Now we just got a couple hanging out on the Dire side as Leshrac headed back home, taking some damage. And that's kind of slowed down the effect of this tri-lane. Went for the mid gank, didn't work out, and now they've been shut out a bit. Not necessarily working out so well for them. Pushed back, have to heal up. And I realized I didn't actually go through the Deleted side, so well, not a whole lot's going on, and we do have a rotation up here on the Dangerous Prophet. Let's start with you. Return the slab. Going to be standing in, playing on the Prophet. Hrothgar headed mid with Zeus. We've got the Psycho Kid on Spirit Breaker. Web on Bane. And then way back here we've got Chib on the Wisp. Spirit Breaker, Prophet, and the Druid all leading the way at 9 CS. Seeing the aggressive tri-lane, Prophet feeling just fine and dandy to move on up to that top lane. But the rotation costing just a little bit. However, now on top in last hits, feeling just comfortable. Not a whole lot of action considering this has been an aggressive tri-lane. But not... And that's one of the things that you see a weakness on the Wisp is early on he really doesn't have much laning presence. You don't have burst, you don't have a stun other than your tether, which is going to be very difficult to use in this tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. The spirits can do a bit of damage, but until you get that leveled up a bit more than level 1, presence just isn't there. Now the rotation in to contest this pull. The charge. He actually has not leveled Rage. That could hurt him. And the Nightmare. This. Oh, he salves up. Going to get away just barely. No! The TP in from the Nature's Prophet on Return the Slab. Not able to finish off the Life Stealer. Now going after the Leshrac. He turns around for the Split Earth. He does land it, but he may cost his life. He uses his wand to re-heal. He's one last hit away. The spirits try and get him. The spirits land on the Shadow Shaman, but not able to work. First Blood, where did that go down? That was mid. That is not fair. I'm following the action on bottom lane, and I miss First Blood in mid solo 1v1. It's the double damage rune on the Batrider that gets the kill. And first Blood goes towards the Dire side and the Autobots. Nightmare on the Life Stealer. Rages out of it, though. He has it available now. The charge, go follow up, is worn off. Split Earth is there, but not in time. The Life Stealer does get taken out. Oh, the Shadow Shaman playing too aggressive. He goes down. Leshrac, two auto attacks away from death, but gets under the tower safely. A lot of low health heroes. The Batrider is rotated in, though. There's the flame break. The ult out of Zeus is not going to be enough. He could have a double kill here. Wisp going to go down with his last auto attack. The Spirit Breaker in trouble. Doesn't know where to go. Jumps around. Now the lasso committed. Pulls him back in towards the shop. And there's a couple last hits. One more last hit. There's the tankiness. He has got 6 armor already at level 3. Not able to finish him off at 35 health on the Spirit Breaker. Gets away. Not going to pursue.
Much obliged.
And it's all even up. 2-2. Game is paused, presumably because of the battery charge needed on the wireless mouse. So, while that happens, let's take a look at where everybody is. The Lone Druid on top, 27 last hits. Batrider right behind him at 20. Zeus having a bit of trouble at 13 last hits in mid. Prophet leading the way for the Radiant side of Deleted, but still behind both the Batrider and the Lone Druid. If you check out the items, Zeus just with a bottle right now. He's at level 6 as we saw the ult committed there over as the Batrider was at the side shop looking for some kills. He's got 290 gold on him. The Druid up to 1,700 gold. Looks like he may be going straight for Relic. Yeah, nothing on the bear other than that stout shield. Pretty sure he's hoping to go Radiance in this game. So despite having a Leshrac and a Lone Druid, it doesn't look like they're set up for quite the mid-game presence. If they can get up the Radiance relatively early on, you can use it as a somewhat effective pushing tool, but really you're looking to get extra farm with that Radiance. Split push. Oh, there's the commit. The charge from the Spirit Breaker, but the turnaround. Life Stealer. It's a life there, but no! Huge burst damage. Zeus is there. Lightning Bolt and God's Wrath. And suddenly, immediately down. 5-2 for Deleted. Now closing in on this tier 1. Doesn't look like they're going to really have enough damage to try and take that on the back of this. At the very least, going to have to wait for this next wave. But we have the respawns. They're headed up to defend. Another pause. So not quite sure what the problem is now, perhaps related to that mouse. But again, we can take a look at where everybody is. We've got boots on Bane, not a whole lot else. We've only got one ward on the map out of Deleted. They're probably going to want to replenish those ASAP. Bane has the money for that. Io does as well. I see you have a disconnect on Return the Slab. Lone Druid. Oh, no, he's actually now bought up pieces to go into an armlet, so actually not going to go for the Relic. This took a while before he decided to commit to those items. Going to be skipping the Orb of Venom on the bear. Not going to bother with that, it looks like. The Bat, perhaps going straight blink. He's got brown boots and a wand. Up to about 1,400 gold saved up, closing in on that Blink Dagger, TPing out, as we've heard in the background audio of that pause game, is Zeus. He's headed back towards mid to defend there. A bit more harassed coming out. Lane pushed out, but not going to be able to really do anything with this tower. It's gone down maybe a third of its health. Coming out, there are those wards I was mentioning. Those are headed to the Bane. Oh, there's a charge. Let's follow that Spirit Breaker. Charge on mid. The tether mid-charge. Tries to get away. The Firefly up the cliff, and that's a wasted charge right there. Wisp, Io is actually chasing him, but there's nothing he can do. No good. He's just going to pick up an Invis rune if he heads on over there. No, no. The Spirit Breaker just takes it. He's just going to head on home. A lot of pressure coming out on this bottom tower now that the Spirit Breaker has backed up, but here comes another charge. But there's a TP response. This could be trouble if he commits, but cancels the charge. Just using that to get over to his location. Not going to dive right into all of them. And now it looks like we could have a big fight here on this bottom lane. The ult, followed by the ult from the Nature's Prophet. A lot of burst damage across the board. And now the charge from the Spirit Breaker. But again, turned around. Not able to finish off Io. Now going to go on the Spirit Breaker. But Rage is down. The Bash goes through. Entangle on Spirit Breaker. Now Lifestealer jumps in. Do we have Overcharge? We don't. No skills in that. Lifestealer goes down along with the Spirit Breaker. Is a trade. Bane taken out by the Lone Druid. Double kill on him. A 2-for-1 trade. And the Autobots get the better of that. On top of that, we had the Batrider getting some farm. Zeus is back in mid though. Now with both the Druid and Leshrac here on the bottom. If they can clear out this creep wave, they could do a lot of damage on that tower, but the TP response is there. Looks like they want to try and push, but just don't have the ability to quite do that right now. Deleted, chasing. But no, there's the Batrider. Lasso used. Ult from Zeus, not enough to make a difference, but the charge on the Shadow Shaman. The Shaman goes down. The ult from Nature's Prophet runs through. A lightning bolt out of Zeus. Follow-up arc lightning. Now going on the Lone Druid. He's sprouted. He goes down. 3 down for Autobots. The Spirit Breaker is dead as well, but it's 3-for-1 trade. Now 4-for-1. The Fiend's grip on Batrider. And that fight goes heavily in the way of Deleted. The Prophet here. Zeus, Bane, Wisp. Perhaps they can actually take this tier 1. At the very least, they'll do some sizable damage. Are they going to commit? The glyph doesn't look like... Oh, there it is. Are we going to have a TP in out of Lone Druid? He is. Not going to be in time, though. Oh, they go for the deny, but not able to get it. Wisp TP'd. He's going to end up back here. Okay, I guess they missed that. Zeus getting chased down, though. Zeus goes down. The charge out of Spirit Breaker. Not sure if that was wise. Oh, they do get Leshrac, though. The Druid now running away from the Spirit Breaker, but he's copping damage from the bear. The ult, not enough. Ult out of Zeus, though. That could make the difference. Now the Druid goes down, and it works out. Trying to chase into the trees. See if they can find him. But the Batrider has his blink. He's blinked further in. He has a TP scroll, but not TPing just yet. May just Firefly out of there. 14-6, deleted. We're 12 minutes in. Let's take a look at where we are. A big jump up now after those team fight wins. And after being down, actually, in the gold graph, going to turn it around and take a lead themselves. Still close. But the kills going in favor of deleted and giving them a lead. Gun earn on the breaker. See if he ends up going into treads next. He's got enough gold to finish him if he wanted to. Speaking of treads, that's the boot of choice on Life Stealer in this game. Going to forego the idea of phase boots. The gloves of haste here indicate that he'll probably be going armlet. And there's blades of attack as well. Further solidifying that. A slight slowdown here after that constant action. A Wisp TP with Spirit Breaker, but there's several here. A lot of damage with that Zeus ult, though. The Druid down, highly aggressive. The Wisp detaches and heads back. A blink away on the Batrider, 3 down, 17-6 deleted. Now they're really taking control. Tier 2 down. And the pushers have become the push-ees. Losing their tier 2 despite having the Druid and Leshrac. That's where the dire side wanted to be. Autobots. So the treads are complete on Spirit Breaker, and just as easy as that, he's up to the same amount of gold as he had before. Everyone's just sort of moving around a bit through the jungle. Only one in lane right now is the Breaker up top. Going to do damage to this top tower. Reinforcements headed up, but also is the response out of Autobots. Just going to give up on it. Feel they can't defend. No TP reaction. The top tower will fall. And there we go. 1,800 gold now. Have to see how that is spent. And the Autobots just kind of hanging around mid, not getting anything done. You see that push top, you're going to want to either defend or get something else done as even if it's an inefficient trade, some sort of trade for that, but just hanging around mid, not able to get anything. But now, the Spirit Breaker lassoed, but Fiend's Grip interrupts it. The ult from Zeus, Batrider down. The follow-up ult out of the Nature's Prophet, Leshrac caught out. He's down to 33 health, but going to get away. The rage from Lifestealer to scare him back, but not going to pursue. The Druid, the Bear, going after him. But they get the Druid as well. And now they TP somewhere. No, just back to base to heal up. (20-6) deleted, taking just complete control of this game now. Now the tier 2 on top in jeopardy. There is a response this time, though. And with the rest of deleted not there, could be trouble, but no phase boots on that Lifestealer, not going to be able to chase. Oh, the Courier, one hit away. There's a vision, not able to get it. Now the charge, I heard the charge out of Spirit Breaker. He charged into it. Oh, the jump in out of Io, the ult from Spirit Breaker. Mask of Madness popped. He's taking a lot of damage. Goes down, though. The infest from Lifestealer lets him survive. Leshrac not so lucky. Zeus finishes off another. Spirit Breaker does die during that. Oh, they actually... Oh, actually dove with Wisp to get that kill on the Lifestealer. The tier 2 taken out. 24-8. Experience 10,000 in favor of deleted. And almost the identical graph on the gold. Sometimes we see a bit of variation and inversion. No such luck in this case. Exactly the same story on both graphs. Madness. We saw it in the last fight on Spirit Breaker. The jump in, the lasso. Firefly as well. Lifestealer's there. Ult's on the Bat Rider, but it's not enough. They focus him down. 5-on-1. Oh, wow. Oh, now Wisp is going in. I heard Wisp, but not able to find him. Split Earth on Io, but he's going to get out of there. The timer runs out. Autobots finding himself in a very difficult situation. 24-9. They still have all 3 tier 3s. There's no racks as of yet. Until you've been raxed, it's almost always possible to turn it around. Is this going to be a uphill fight for Autobots? We've got 4 moving up towards the top. Prophet's still bottom. He can join at any time. Io actually leading the way. The bots playing it safe. They had a ward down. They can see the rotation. See the levels. And see the farm. Net worth leading the way across the board. 4 deleted. Bane is ahead of both Batrider and Lifestealer to give you an idea of how far in favor the gold has gone in this game. No first hit entangles. Force staff away. And just playing defense right now. Both sides not quite sure what they're doing. There's a ping out over here on the Prophet. He has the luxury to freely push. With the rotation away, perhaps the rest of Deleted will now commit to this tier 3. They now have vision. But no, just content to kill off some creeps and split push some more. The Prophet out in mid now. Actually went Oghanim Scepter, which fits the global style that they've been applying even more so. No Ogs out of Zeus, however. Enfeeble on the bear and has to back right up. Prophet is joined up top, so it looks like this is the time that they go. And there's the commitment of the ults. The charge. Shaman immediately down. Fiend's gripped on the Druid, but it gets immediately interrupted. The Batrider has Bane. They're going to get Bane. One more hit. Oh, the Brain Sap slows it down a bit. Nightmares himself. He's tying up a ton of time during that. The Spirit Breaker is dead. Lifestealer now going on Zeus and Fest into a creep. He's trapped in the Sprout, but it doesn't look like they knew that was the right one. He may as well jump out now because he'll get the heal. Force staff away. Zeus may get away. There's the open wounds. They get Zeus. Can't lock down the Prophet, but the push doesn't work. Tier 3 still up. Autobots still in this. Gold, though, still a long ways to go. The Prophet doubling up, the highest farmer on the side of the Autobots. He's going Refresher. Refresher Oghanims on Nature's Prophet. Normally you'd expect it would be the Zeus going that route. Not this game. Now, Nature's Prophet is caught here. Uses his ult, but it's not enough. Wisp goes in by himself. I guess the tether got canceled. And that's 2 big freebies. The highest farmer on the board. The highest level hero on the board. Taken down for free. A chase on Lifestealer, not enough. And he gets away. Gonna play it safe. Rages up back to the fountain. Doesn't want to get ulted to death. It wasn't really the damage output needed to finish him off, but again, just playing it safe. 2300 up on the Batrider. He could just finish up treads for the strength boost. A few extra auto attacks. Or finish his hood. A pipe. Very important in this game. Almost all magic damage. Spirit Breaker has some right click damage, but deleted, highly reliant on the magic. I mean, so much so that it almost seems worth it for the Druid to go BKB. It's not a very common pickup. Because normally you're trying to stay out of it and the bear to be the problem. But they get a lasso out on Zeus. They catch him being greedy. Now Wisp, entangle. Wisp gonna go down. One more hit. No! The ult from Spirit Breaker takes out the Life Stealer. Just right clicks coming out from the Prophet this entire time. The Druid low, but not going to get finished off. The Wisp tries to rejoin, going to get focused down. Oh, the Hex. The entangle. Now Wisp goes down. Full 5. Team wipe for 1. The Life Stealer, the only going down on Autobots. The Spirit Breaker charging out. But just to defend this Tier 1 tower. Cannot respond and help out in the fight. 28-20, and this is turning around quickly. Look at the experience graph, down to almost just 2,000. Gold, headed back, still a big advantage, over 10,000 in gold. But we see the experience turned around very quickly. The overall kill score turned around quite effectively. And suddenly it doesn't look quite so bad. Still a ways to go, especially when we take a look at the net worth. It is still deleted in favor, largely with the Nature's Prophet, but no longer do we see green, 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 green. Batrider and the Life Stealer intermingled up top. Life Stealer, 1,800 gold. Could get a Mithril Hammer to work into a Desolator. Or perhaps he's just saving up for a... Oh, there it is. So there's a Mithril Hammer. Most likely Desolator. Going Armlet Maelstrom. Not unusual at all on the Bear, but a little unusual on Lifestealer. So, probably not going that route. Rotation up, Bane, and Zeus. Being a bit aggressive here. And still, everyone crowded around Roshan. The bear gets nightmared, but they're just going to back off. Second Gloves of Haste looks like it will actually be that Maelstrom that I mentioned on the bear. We see a drawing out on the map to move around as indicated by Leshrac. Saying this is the route they're going to go. Oh, but a TP in. Wisp with Spirit Breaker. The ult from Zeus. Shadow Shaman instantly down, but is it worth it? The Split Earth follow-up. Spirit Breaker instantly dead. Through 1 second. Did he go? They got him. They got him at the very last moment. The animation to return started, but Wisp goes down as well. 2 for 1, and it's just for the Shadow Shaman. Not worth it at all. Now, this could be Roche on the side of Autobots. 29-22. This ward is actually not close enough. They don't necessarily have vision. Now they see Batrider come out of there. So that will tell them that they are, in fact, Roshing. But do they have the time? Roche down to half health. They're already down 2. With Zeus moving back, they just can't contest it. There's nothing they can do. The Roshan going the favor of the Autobots. And we talked about the gold. It's still over 10,000. But that's so much of that is tied up in towers. We still got 2 tier 1s on the Radiant side. All 3 tier 2s versus no tier 2s out of the Autobots. Take all those down, and suddenly that's a huge influx of gold. And Deleted's already used their reserves in that regard. So if the push gets going from Autobots, this could be a full turnaround in this game. The Hyperstone now on the bear. So could be going just straight. There's a couple options that could be happening here. He could just be getting the casual Gloves of Haste and going for an Assault Cuirass. Or since he had the money, going for that Hyperstone and then into Mjolnir. But they catch out. Bane in trouble. Double ult. Is it going to be triple kill out of the Prophet with the Refresher Orb? With the TP in. The toggle, not enough. The Aegis goes down. Full team wipe if they can finish him off. The stun. Rage. Does he have Infest? It's not up. 48 seconds. No, the Sprout is counterintuitive. The chase is on. Wisp chasing now. Spirits. There's the charge. Rage is down for another 5 seconds. Lifestealer is down. Full team wipe. Initiated on the Bane. But the ult Refresher out of Nature's Prophet turns it right around. Lifestealer down for 40 seconds. 600 gold in the bank. No buyback. No buyback on the Batrider. This could be Rax. The wards put down to protect this tower. Actually taking quite a bit of damage. Mech used. The bear now. And the Autobots may actually defend this. There's the entangle on the Prophet. Gonna follow up. Miss Split Earth. He tries to TP out. Not a single entangle there to cancel it. Fiend's Grip now on the Druid. The Druid goes down. Overextends. Batrider jumps in. Lasso. Force Staff back. With the tower damage able to get the Zeus. But the ult from Spirit Breaker overcommits. Double kill for Leshrac. Lifestealer back in the action now. Going to get Wisp. Chasing after Bane. Dodges the flame break. Nightmares himself. May as well auto attack him, Leshrac. Not necessary. Triple kill. Turn that right around and still. Rax hold for Autobots. 36-28. Experience dead even. Gold 14,000 though. The top tier 3 has gone down. Rax down to just about half health. But the Rax still hold. Maelstrom on Spirit Breaker, now starting to stack that attack speed beyond just the Mask of Madness for additional bashes. The Prophet now with the Shadow Blade can split push with near immunity. Near impunity even. This goes ahead, finishes up the Force Staff, has Boots of Travel as well, now moving into the hood. Yeah, that Blink Force Staff, very common. Both core on the Batrider, but have to wonder if maybe that hood was more important earlier on. Maybe that pipe more important earlier on. With all that magic damage output across the board. But it ends up being Armlet Maelstrom, so he does go that route. With the Armlet toggle, good amount of attack speed on top of the treads. Going to move up right toward mid. Looks like they're trying to bum rush this mid tower. But the Autobots in position. The split push is on up top. Got to be very careful about that. The reaction is in time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Here's the thing. These Treants, they give up free gold, but they can just walk up and do some damage. There's a charge in. Spirit Breaker gets hexed. Lestrak trying to get away. The ults are there. There's a big Infest doing extra damage. Entangle out on Io. Spirit Breaker both down. The Druid, 17 health. But the TP in from the Prophet. Perhaps an overcommittal. No stun available. Not able to catch him. He Shadowblade TP's out even with the Sentry Ward. And the tower holds. How many times can they do this? But if we look at the net worth, catching up now, still the Prophet on top. But number 2, Batrider. Number 3, Lifestealer. Number 4, the Lone Druid. 3830. Gold still deadlined around 13k though. It's a lot of items on the side of deleted that the Autobots just don't have. A Split Earth catches Zeus, no follow-up. Just using that to get away. Sprout misses. Oh, the blink in, lasso. But the TP up is Io, the ult from Spirit Breaker. Hex on the Zeus, but on the Bane, he's going to get back, but the Spirit Breaker gets focused down. The ult from Zeus. Ult not available on Nature's Prophet. The Druid goes down, though, out of Shadow Blade. Oh, the TP's now available. The Flame Break was used. He's not going to be able to get away, though. The Prophet, is there any vision? There's no vision. The supports aren't there. Now up top. They do get Zeus, though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And one more time, they hold at the barracks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bit of damage on the tier 3. And that graph does not want to go down, but it doesn't want to go up either. It's happy right where it is. Full Mjolnir finished on the Lifestealer. Now going toward Basher. Just going to ship out his Javelin for a bit extra damage. The Druid does look like he's going for that Assault Cuirass. The bear down for another 10 seconds. Bane going for BKB. Almost finished it. He's about 1,000 gold, so maybe not almost for a support, but he has the Mithril Hammer and Ogre Club. Spearbreaker hasn't had a new item in quite some time. Double damage rune. Bottled by the Zeus. Not really a right clicker, so not as big as you could see it on other heroes, but still a double damage nonetheless. You actually have a plate mail on Io, as well as drums. The gem is on Batrider as well as an Infest, so they could go for the Infest bomb. The vision is there from the Dire side. The peek in on Roche. Roche is still not up, though. The ult out of Zeus tells them exactly where the Dire side is. Now, if they were paying close attention, they would have seen no Lifestealer on the map. That means the Infest is there. And they could go right here. He has a gem. There's the Force Staff up. The lasso. The bomb. Now focusing down. And they get the Prophet. The highest value hero on the map. Focus down. The next bomb does the job. And now he's down for 75 seconds. Closing in on that Basher. Are they going to do anything behind this? Perhaps they could just go for Roche. I mean, without the Prophet on the board, the kill potential is not really there in the same way at all. Still another 40 seconds. They're going to go. They're going to have to go very soon. They're getting into position. Checking around the pit. Are they going to go in? Looks like it may just be a rotation toward mid instead.
Double damage.
Zeus's time on that bottle is up. The double damage activated. So if they end up in a fight, right now it could work out to their advantage. Another Nake's bomb coming up. Firefly, blink in, lasso committed on Zeus, gonna focus him down, immediately dead. Now Bane, nowhere to go, entangled, dead. The Prophet is back. There's the ult going through. But that did not really accomplish a whole lot. The Batrider has a finished pipe. Assault Cuirass only about 100 gold away. There it is. A full Assault Cuirass done for the Lone Druid. They get that tier 1 finally. 41 minutes into the game. They get the mid-tier 1. And now, finally, the gold starts to dip in the other direction. And now, as deleted, you start to get just a little bit worried. The attempt to backdoor. Gotta be careful. The Necros. The Necro's doing a lot of damage. Able to just escape. That's one thing they do have to be worried about. It's at a moment's notice the Prophet could be up here. And the one thing you can say, though, is he doesn't have the right-click damage to help support that backdooring. It's not like he has a Desolator on top of that Shadow Blade. But he does have the Necro book. In fact, Necro level 3, I believe. Indeed, it is. So still, a lot of pushing potential. Could just jump in and backdoor if he feels he has the opportunity. Smoking into Roche. Or around Roche. They know it's up. No, they're going to look for a kill. It's the rotation around. Batrider spins around, nothing there. All of deleted is back. There's an invis on the Spirit Breaker. They pull back and still not committing to the Roche. Now the Treant's headed that way, and they may try and steal it. Oh, I missed the kill on the Prophet up top. They caught him again. While this is happening, they walked right over the ward. They know it's happening. And they have to back out. And again, the Prophet down. Way down. Should be sending the bear in if they're hesitant. But finish the assault cuirass. I guess they saw him move out. So I'm not sure. I would have expected them to go right in. There they go. Assault cuirass. Edict. This is going to be a very quick Roshan. A little harass ult, really. And that's it. Aegis on Lifestealer. Another infest. Looking for a pickoff. Gold. Finally, back under the 10,000 point mark for the first time in half an hour.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The demolish damage from the bear. Just mowing down that tower.
Tower has fallen.
The vision wards everywhere on the side of the Autobots. Covering Roche. A mid lane ward. They've got a ward deep in the enemy jungle. Backing off for now. Likely going to wait for another infest at the very least to try and push in again. They've got quite a bit of time on that Aegis. Looks like they had spotted the Bat Rider, but he gets on out of there. And the Autobots still have to be careful. Still down by quite a lot of gold, and these racks are exposed. So if they're out of position, they could just go down very quickly. However, we take a look at the EXP. And suddenly, a huge different story. Once over 10,000 towards deleted. Now over 15,000
Radiant's bottom
towards the
tower is
Autobots.
under attack.
The levels.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Another attempted gank does not work. The follow-up. Not enough. However, the back door, as I mentioned, there is the push towards top. TP reaction out of Shadow Shaman. The Druid is here as well. Gotta be quick.
Top barracks are
Now keep in mind, if the bear kills that red creep, the Druid will still take the damage. There's the fortify. If they go on Zeus, they get Zeus, but the Rax goes down. I'm not sure that was worth committing to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they lose the melee barracks top. Maelstrom on the Prophet. But Abyssal Blade finished on Lifestealer. I mean, at a certain point, there are only so many items you can have on a hero. Aegis is still up on Lifestealer.
Radiant structures are
There's a fortify. And we don't have everyone here. We have 2 defending top.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Shrek and the Shadow Shaman. In the meantime, they're able to get that tier 3. They're actually being aggressive in the Prophet. Fiend's Grip on... no, Nightmare on the Bear. Not sure if he used Fiend's Grip. He did. He goes down. Yule's out on the Bear, but they still get the Rax. A Rax for a Rax. Not able to counter Rax with the range. And we have another pause. A disconnect out of the Spirit Breaker. So we're going to have to wait and see for the Seikyo Kid to reconnect. 42 to 41, 1 kill away of turning this all the way back around. Autobots 20,000 in experience ahead now. The gold. The gold. Let me see exactly where it is, game pause screen. The gold just about evened up. They finally started getting those towers. And suddenly, after all this time, Autobots, they're taking complete control. They have taken complete control. The Druid walking around with 2,600 in the bank. Bear, Armlet, Assault Cuirass, Phase Boots. Ghost Scepter on the Shrek. Gotta be careful with the use of that one. With all the magic nuking going on. But ultimately, looks like the global pressure that Deleted was able to put on so well early on is just sort of petered out. As the items have managed to come up without getting the racks. It wasn't enough to snowball to a victory. Now, they're in the dire situation. Even in racks, 1 melee down each. BKB just about finished on Spirit Breaker. It is done on Bane. Now, something to consider is that the stun from Lifestealer with the Abyssal Blade, the bash will go through magic immunity, including the active as well, so that will cancel out the Fiend's Grip, even with the BKB. $2,400 gold on the Prophet. Gonna have to save that for buyback. Let's take a look at buybacks now, because it's going to be the most important piece of information in the game. We've got buybacks on the Bat Rider, Lifestealer, and Lone Druid on the side of the Autobots. Look at the Radiant. We've got the buyback on Wisp, and that's as well as the Prophet, as just mentioned. So 3 on the Autobots, 2 on Deleted, available for buyback if it is so needed. Still waiting on the Seikyo Kid. There's Seikyo Kid. Sorry. Smoke is on the Shrek, so if they want to end up using that, it is available. Right now, though, Lone Druid and Bat Rider are just going to want to get on out of there. They got the melee racks. Prophet back up. Wisp supporting. With Zeus there as well. don't really want to fight it there with just they're too lonesome, though. Yeah, that could be a bit difficult of a fight. Not worth risking. Now the buyback cost on Batrider is $16.91. So he has almost 2,000 gold available to be spent. We'll have to see what he wants to put that into. Could see something like a Shiva's Guard. And this being a scrim, looks like they're going to just go ahead and say Spirit Breaker's gone. And I have to say, with that being the case, then this game looks like the final nail in the coffin, the death knell. Losing the breaker. Blink TP away. He's trying to chase. Not going to be able to. Turn around. Oh, he gets an entangle! The Yules to dispel and get away, but no, the Split Earth follow-up, and that's it. Zeus goes down. And it's all tied up in the score. 42-42. But the actual graphs tell a different story. Even the number of players tells a different story. Spirit Breaker going to be controlled by one of the teammates. Can't tell which one. But going to be mighty tough. Considering the Prophet isn't moving, I assume Return the Slab is controlling the Spirit Breaker.
Haste!
Demon Edge picked up on him. That will be a completed Daedalus. Already had the Crystallis. Not saving for buyback.
Regeneration.
The Spirit Breaker does have enough to finish his BKB, but if he does that, he'll no longer have the gold for buyback. The ult out of the Nature's Prophet runs through, but doesn't really accomplish anything.
Radiant's bottom
HP pool's too high, the tier 2 dies instantly.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
The Infest Bomb. Armed and ready. Firefly up for vision. Oh, the Nightmare. Oh, the Spirit Breaker ends up right-clicking and taking the Nightmare off. Bane goes down. 2 dead. The Prophet next on the list. 3 down.
Triple kill!
Io? Entangle? Nope. But this should be bottom racks.
Under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
And ultimately game.
Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
Trying to do what he can, but deleted. Going to call GG. The big turnaround out of the Autobots. Coming back from way down. And now we just wait for the game to end. We'll get to take the final look at the end game score in just a moment. And in the end, The Life Stealer ends up with the highest farm, but throughout the game, the Prophet leading the way, well, was not enough. Charging out on the Shaman. So just hanging around, waiting for them to finish the game or leave. Now the disconnects are coming. Just hanging around waiting for that final game screen. Will happen if these last two heroes disconnect. Otherwise, we have to wait for the throne to go down.
Holy shit!
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So if we follow the graphs, the XP, it looks like a small bump compared to the end of the game, but it cleared over 10,000 at the 15-minute mark.
Double kill!
And the gold itself, in the same way, went up towards 15,000 around the same time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But then, the tier 2s all down on the dire side, and the tier 3s never came. Eventually, finally, after attempt, they got down the single melee barracks, but immediately, the mid-racks counteraxed after a losing fight. And this Scrim game goes the way of the Autobots. Long, hard-fought battle, but it turns out for the Autobots. Big comeback, big game, big fun, Reddit Dota 2 League.